and welcome back to another episode of the Real Podcast of Dallas, the only podcast that comes to you from a little studio in Dallas, Texas. The only podcast that comes to you drug-free, mentally stable, a place where you can come in, relax, have fun, talk about your day.
Give me just a little smile.
What do you think of that intro?
I think it was great.
Yes, we're back.
I need a mental lift today.
Yes, this is going to be your mental lift. This is the Real Podcast of Dallas, where we are here for you, and you, and you, and you too, eating that sandwich. We see you. Yes. This is the Real Podcast of Dallas, the podcast that is going global, the podcast that is heard throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area to all the kids we're working with. It's good to be here for you.
You're each so important.
Yes.
You really are.
So it's the podcast made for the people. So, Maria, how can they hear this podcast?
So the best way to find us is just doing a Google search, The Real Podcast of Dallas, and it will give you the links to our Facebook page where you will have access to each and every one of the episodes that we have so far.
Yes.
It will also give you links to YouTube.
Yes.
So you can also find us on YouTube, and it'll give you the links to all the different episodes that we have so far through YouTube.
Yes. And for a scale of this podcast, we're doing really good. We're doing really, really good. We gotta pat ourselves on the back. Just yes. Pat yourself on the back. 'Cause for the scale of this, I mean, what we were gonna do with this podcast and what's come out of this podcast, wow, we've done really well. So, and we're still doing it, going. How many episodes? Anybody want to guess?
2,777.
Episode, Cindy? Thanks. Okay, a little lower.
Do we have that many likes?
A little lower, no. A little lower.
Okay, well, we'll get there.
Episodes. 50. This is our 50. 55.
55.
Episode 55.
Okay, a little off.
Yes.
Just a little.
Yes. So it's good to be back. It is it Wednesday?
It is
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
It's
July. It's hot.
a short week, so it's crazy. It's Wednesday already.
Yes.
So it's good to be back. And today we're going to have a really good show. We're going to discuss something that, well, first, how's everybody doing? How are you doing, Cindy? How are you doing, Maria?
I'm ready for Friday. Don't I say that every time you ask, though? But I'm ready for my mental health lift.
Yes.
Yes, me too. I'm also ready for Friday. And I know it's been a short week, but it still feels like it's been long for me. And it's barely my day 2 at work.
Yes, because it's the summer.
I think so. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, when your kids are home and, the days and nights, they kind of clash. So days are longer, shorter, longer.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyhow, anything new with anybody?
No, I'm just getting ready for my vacation. I will be week after next. I'm on vacation.
Oh, good.
Good for you, Cindy.
I know.
Yes.
Can I go with you?
You can.
Take me with you.
Yes.
You may go. I am going for cooler weather.
Oh, that's nice.
Starting to get hot.
Oh, starting.
Starting
Hello.
to get hot, yeah.
Hello.
Well, once you get into August, and those of you that are listening, yeah, we have we're in Texas. We're in Dallas, Texas, and around August it gets really miserably hot. Everything
It's been miserably
Dies.
hot.
I was
Except
gonna
for
say.
last week. Last week was beautiful. Well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, those were great days.
Yes.
Yes.
Unusual days.
Right.
Yes, but when it's hot, it's hot. And for us that we're out driving, to our,
It's hot,
locations,
yes.
it's like, oh goodness, this is like,
Even with your hair, it gets hot.
Yeah.
So,
I could run my washing machine like every day. It's like, oh, I wore this and now it's sweaty, so.
right? Yeah.
let's wash it.
So we were talking about a topic, and for those of you listening for the first time, if you're trying to figure out what the heck is this Real Podcast of Dallas, it's a podcast that's made for you. It's a podcast that's made for people who have questions about life, have questions about certain things. If you're a parent, this is a good podcast for you. If you're a child, it's a good podcast for you.
Yes.
Why? Because it answers those questions, right, Maria?
Yes, it's for the whole entire family.
For everybody. Yeah, grandma too. Anybody. And one of the topics, I mean, if you go and look at the list of the podcasts, they're all kind of labeled. They give you an idea of what we're talking about. And it has to do with feelings. It has to do with connecting, being kind. I think that's emotions. I think the best thing that we can say about this podcast is that it's a kind, loving, forgiving podcast.
But not
How's that?
cheesy. But not cheesy.
No, not cheesy. It's a hip. Listen to this music.
Not fluffy.
Listen to that. Where are you going to get that, huh? Listen to that. What do you think of that, Maria?
Nice.
You want to rap to it?
No, I don't know how to rap.
We'll battle.
No battling.
Yes. So, it's a hip podcast. So today we talked about it. We said, what can we talk about? Fear. Fear. Overcoming fear.
Hard.
Very, very. A lot of people listening could possibly be going through a fearful moment. Fear of school, fear of rejection,
Fear of doctor visits.
fear of doctor visits. Ouch. Yes.
I don't like doctor visits.
You don't like
Fear.
shots.
I don't like shots. I don't like doctors. I don't.
Fear
You have
of
a doctor's appointment coming up, Maria?
confrontation.
No.
Fear of confrontation. Fear of asking for help.
Fear
of
asking
rejection.
for help. Yes,
Yes.
rejection. Yes. Yeah, so why is it important to talk about it? Well, because it paralyzes a lot
Fear of your dreams coming true.
of people. Succeeding.
Yeah.
Fear of success.
Fear of success.
Yes. If you're in recovery, are you afraid of succeeding in recovery?
Fear that somebody's going to put that picture of you on the internet.
Oh my goodness.
The one you don't want.
Yes.
They always put the one I don't want.
I know.
I'm like, can y'all ask before you post?
Right? Yes, so fears. Fears is what keeps a lot of people from growing and moving.
It is. Fear is paralyzing.
Yes.
And I tell my daughter all the time, like, all the things I never did because I was afraid.
Oh.
And do not let fear hold you back, Genevieve. I will
Right.
just kick your little butt if you do. I mean,
In a mothering, loving way.
right. But I'm like,
Yes.
if it scares you, go do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to do it, but you do it. No. But I mean, it's so important because you won't grow. You won't grow if you don't reach out and
Right.
do that thing that you're afraid to do.
Yes.
And if you fall on your face, then just laugh and get back up.
Yeah. Because it's important. It's important to overcome those fears. A fear is something that can keep you from growing, experiencing new things, and it can actually have you close up, and it can turn inwards and turn against you. Fears.
Fear.
So what were fears that you guys had? I used to fear math.
Oh gosh, yes.
Till this day, I fear math.
I always this is a real reoccurrence for me.
Right.
But I do not like to feel stupid. And so I fear being in situations where I think I'm going to feel stupid or I don't understand the code or what's going on, that's fearful for me.
Huh.
Okay, so now you're going to try to create those situations, right?
No, I read right into it.
But I'm like,
okay. So I hear you. It's valid, but is it? Where is the fear of not knowing? But is it the fear of asking questions?
I don't know. It's so difficult to.
Wouldn't you just ask a question? If I didn't know, excuse me, could you repeat it? Or excuse me, could you bring it down a little? I'm not really understanding.
I used to, and this is a very like trivial example, but I used to be afraid to play like trivial kind of games with people where it was, questions, and you might have a question about geography, because I'm going to just go on record. I don't know my geography at all. And so the way I've compensated for that is, you know what, I just came clean. I tell everybody, I don't know where India is on the map. I don't know where, Scotland is. I don't know.
It should be right here.
And, my husband and my daughter are like, oh, okay, you really did not learn your geography. So just come clean about it and laugh and let people make fun of you, because I don't know where that is.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting when you said, your fear.
I didn't know where Russia was, and my mom got a world map. She got a world map, and she had it framed because she just thought it was beautiful. And so she showed me this new thing. She picked it up at Hobby Lobby.
I thought it was West Texas.
And I said, that's where Russia is? I didn't know that was where Russia was. Hi, Russia people. I did not know.
Yes, those of you listening in Russia, which we do have, there's people listening in Russia, Maria.
Yes, there is.
So and Canada is north.
I think they ought to invite you, Cindy. Pay for a trip to take you there. And you can meet Russia.
And that's just it's a very trivial thing, but when I used to be in those contests and things, it's like you didn't want to be part of the contest, but you got to be part of the contest, and you had to go out and race up to the board, and you had to, name 7 continents. And I don't know where they're at, but I memorized this. Or if I go into, a restaurant, a facility, and I don't know, am I supposed to sit down? What am I supposed to do? Because it doesn't seem real clear. I don't like those situations. And so now I'm, at an age where I just overcompensate, and I just you know what? I'm just going to walk into the kitchen. Hey, what do I do here? And I will too.
So asking questions, ask, hey, I'm not sure if this is the way. But I think a lot of that comes from that fear, critical people in your past.
Right.
If you had a teacher who, instead of welcoming the questions, really believed that in every question there was a stupid question.
I'll tell you a fear I have, and this is a real fear.
Uh-huh.
It's a neuroses I have, and my husband has it. I think a lot of men have it. I hate getting your blood work done, and
failing that.
Yes, oh my gosh, what's my blood work gonna say? Do I have flags? Are there signs of this or that?
Getting that phone call, you need to come to the office, please. The doctor would like to speak to you.
Yes, and they did that.
No. You see why I hate doctors?
That happened to me once.
You don't hate doctors.
Well, I do.
Maria, doctors that are out there. Maria,
sorry, doctors.
I remember I got a call one day. I was at work, and I got a call from my doctor's nurse, and she said, and I had just gotten my blood work done the week prior. She said, Dr. Bressler wants to know when you can come in. Oh, hi, Dr. Bressler.